Not the phrase it gets better. I hate that phrase, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I hate that phrase and why I think it's not actually true. Like, I hate that phrase. Like, it's the worst phrase I ever heard, and it's the most ridiculous one because I don't think it ever gets better. I just think it gets easier. And yeah, that sounds so negative, but it's true. Like, imagine you say it gets better to somebody that have lost their mother, literally. Girl, never in my entire life would I ever say that, because it never gets better. Like, they always going to um have that feeling of their mother is not here today. Like, imagine, no, like, stop saying that. It's not cute. And I feel like all the therapists out there, y'all need to start saying that, because people that actually, I mean, I know a lot of therapists go through shit too, but when they say that, it's so ignorant, because it's like it doesn't get better, it gets easier. That's what I feel like people should go around saying. It gets easier, not better. But yeah, anyways, I'm doing a venting video today because my podcast Friday um couldn't upload. So yeah, I just gave up on it. I was like, yeah, let me just do a venting video today, and I feel like talking today. Or should I have gone? No, I shouldn't. Yeah. So yeah, I look cute. I did 2 TikToks today. I did a little bit productive shit today. I felt so depressed yesterday too. So I just want to talk a little bit before I leave y'all. This video not going to be that long. I think I just wanted to talk about how it gets easier. I swear, it do get easier. It never gets better, because at the end of the day, I have gone through so much in my life that I know that it never going to really get. I'm never going to become that girl I was before. Stuff that I've gone through, I just going to accept that I have gone through that, and I'm going to be. I do think I'm going to find my peace someday. I hope so, because then I'm going to regret not attempting. That's so sad. That's actually so sad. But yeah, I do think it do gets easier though. That once people say that, I'm like, okay, I will accept that. I will accept that. Gets better now. I don't think so. I wanted to take a picture because I look so amazing right now. I do have lip gloss, but I don't know why it's not glossing today. I posted on my Instagram too a story. I post a lot on my Instagram, so go follow me there. And I'm going to give you an example how it get easier. Like last year, I really thought it would be my last year alive. Like, I was going through so much. I had so much pain in my chest. Literally, I had so much pain to the point that I became sick so often. It was like back to back to back. I actually became so sick. Sometimes I would say, "Oh, I'm sick," but I wasn't really sick. I was mentally sick. I wasn't like, "Oh, I have an illness sick," but I did have a lot of flus and stuff like that. I was sick sometimes. Actually, it was hard to the point that I couldn't even go to school. Like, I was so depressed. I couldn't even go to school, get my education, and I my anxiety was up to the roof, and I just felt very alone. That's why I'm like, when people, I love, I love um being there for people when they go through something horrible, but because I felt like people never really was there for me when I was at my darkest, I wouldn't be there for them as much as I used to, because I feel like I'm going to pick myself over anybody, because when I was going through something horrible, like it was to the point that I was planning at times every single day, nobody was really there for me. And it's just like it was so easy to see that was not okay because I was so mentally distant. And for people to be able to realize that I was not okay, I had to tell them. And I was like, y'all know that I am literally a student that always come to school all the time, and the only person that realized that I was not mentally okay was literally my teachers, because they saw my attendance slipping, and that they found it very suspicious because I was a student that always came to school. Like I was always on time, and now all of a sudden I was not on time anymore. I was not coming in today, so I had to tell my teachers, obviously. So my teachers knew that I was not okay mentally. I hope this year, this last year, going to be there for me. But I feel like it's going to be okay this year, this last year, because I have learned over this summer to accept that I'm not okay, and also to have to do stuff at my own time. I'm not going to stress a lot because my first year at school, I was stressing so much to the point that I also became my mental health was slipping too, but it was not as bad as my second year in school. Um, I was so, oh well, my 11th grade in school. I need to be specific. But yeah, I have just learned how to deal with stuff more. And how I did it was I was just dealing with it. I just One thing I recommend to people is to pick their mental health before anything, because school you can literally redo every class after. And I know it's hard. I know it's going to be hard, but it's better because it's going to leave you having your own time at doing that too, so you have as long as you want uh, catching up in school. And you literally can take a break from school and then come back and catch up. And I know it's also hard for some people because it's like, oh, now I'm tired, I don't even want to go to school anymore. Then do stuff that you want again, you really want to do, like maybe fly, maybe go to visit different cultures around the world. Like you can literally have a 9 to 5 job, and all that money you can use to fly around the world and see different cultures. So you can literally do anything um, that you want in life, and it's going to give you a blessing. And I'm so happy that I see life that way, because last year it was just like black. I know it sounds corny, but I was literally, I just saw nothing. Like nothing. I saw no future for me. I saw like that I should just get the fuck out of this world. Because nobody gives a fuck about me, and I don't even give a fuck about me. So why should anybody give a fuck about me? I was just so depressed. I was so depressed, like the whole last year. Like it was a madness, and it did become a little bit better this year. So I'm not gonna say this hasn't been my worst year. It actually has one of those better years. I feel like this year felt more like 2020, because 2020 was not my favorite year, but it was one of my most, that it was those years when I learned a lot about myself, those years that I actually tried to better myself. And that this year it feels similar to that year, so I appreciate this year so much. um I'm just sad that I'm never going to say that I wasted my year last year, because I never did purposely. I didn't waste my year, because I feel like that year teach me a lot about myself and made me realize that I actually needed help, and that me going through all that I went through that year, um, showed me that I will never want to go through that ever again. Um, and if I ever start to go through that, I get help faster than I did last year, because last year it took me a year and a half, and then it took me, yeah, literally a year and a half to get help, because 2021 was also a very hard year. Like, I was just in denial that year, and then 2020 was like I was accepting all the pain that I felt. And what I did was, I do feel like I needed that, because if I didn't accept all that pain, I wouldn't understand that I really needed help and that I need to better myself for myself. I realized a lot that at the end of that year, I just realized that I need to live for myself and not for other people. I cannot live through other people. And I'm happy that I realized that, because it's like, why would anybody want to live for another person? I'm going to do anything that I love, and if people don't want that for me, then you are a hater and you don't want happiness for me. And I hate when people that was never there for me when I went through the worst year ever tell me what to do, because I'm like, you cannot tell me what to do. You was not really there when I was crying myself to sleep and every night. You was not there when I was literally looking at the mirror for hours, not talking, not eating, listen to the most depressing music, listen to the same music on repeat. It's crazy. Like, you, it's not crazy, but it's just like, at in these circum oh my god, I cannot say the words, in these situations, it's crazy, because it's like you're like, you need to go to therapy. But I'm so happy. I found I'm starting to find my peace. I The only thing I wish for myself is finding my peace, is finding love for something that makes me happy, because I haven't felt happy in a long time, like in a decade and 4 years, baby. I haven't found peace in 14 years. I haven't found happiness in 14 years. I have, it's just like being like back to back to back traumatic experience, back to back to back pain. It's just painful, and the whole year last year was just painful. 2022, painful. Like, I hate that year. Every time I think about that year, I'm like, ooh, like I get chills, because what the like, other people would have like literally committed, literally attempted, but I didn't do that. I was literally, I was a survivor. That was what is scary. But yeah, but I don't judge people that do attempt, do commit. I have done it thousands of times. I'm not flexing about it. I'm just saying, I do not make fun of people that do that. I actually see why they do that. I see their perspective and why they do that, and a lot of them cannot take that pain. Like, they literally have gone through so much, and they just cannot take it anymore, and they commit an attempt, which is so understandable, because I don't think, I'm not one of those people that say attempt is selfish. It's not selfish. It's never selfish, because, and it's always those people that never been there for somebody that have attempted, that says that, and they have never experienced anything somebody that have attempted and committed experience. You have never done that. You have literally gone everything in the world, and it's almost always people that have been in like wealthy family, or like not wealthy, but like they have a comfortable life, that says that. You have never been in a family where you have had issues and screaming parents that have screamed and fought, and literally parents that have had it hard economically, or you not even being able to do certain stuff that other children do in their life. It's almost always people that have had the easiest life that says that, or people that had the most loving families that says that. Like, and that's why I feel like it's very selfish to say that. It's selfish to say that people that have committed or attempted are selfish, because they are not really selfish. They have just gone through so much, and they at the point they literally standing in an edge. Literally me last year, I was standing in an edge, like, of a freaking mountain. Like, literally it was almost collapsing. That's literally how I describe 2022 for me. I was standing at edge. It was literally almost collapsing. I'm trying so hard not to cry in this video. And now I'm like in the middle. I'm almost in the middle in the at this year, or in this time of my life. I'm almost in the middle, and that's crazy, because I was like, I definitely going to commit, like, this year. I have said that, like, this year I was like, I'm going to commit, but I haven't done it yet. Y'all see me on and I don't think I want to do it. I pray to God that never crossed my mind. It did cross my mind this year, but I feel like that was just like a me just being. I almost do it. I absolutely almost did it, but I feel like that was just like me, like, looking back in what I experienced last year, and I'm like, okay, I need to do it, because I'm scared to feel like what I did last year. I'm so scared. Like, I'm so, to this day, that's my biggest fear, to experience everything that I experienced in 2022. Like, that's my biggest fear. Like, to even experience getting essayed again is my biggest fear. I said, like, if I ever get essayed again, I'm going to absolutely commit, and I don't care. Because you don't know. Like, a lot of y'all don't know how it feels like to be taken advantage of, especially from somebody that you thought you would trust. Yeah, I say a lot of stuff that I experienced when I was younger, I have the biggest fear of experiencing now. I do anything to avoid it. I'm just like in a defending mode this year, and I'm going to let myself do that till I let that go and actually start trusting people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, literally, I'm literally moving my hair because it's coming out my lip gloss. It's not funny. Um, yeah. That was literally everything I wanted to talk about. I just needed to let that go. This was very personal, but it was not very detailed, but it was personal. Um, I feel like a lot of people have a period of just not. I was literally very numbed last year. I'm still numbed, but I'm not as numbed as last year. Like, last year, I literally think about what I went through that year, and I'm like, what the freaking freak? I was not living like a real human being. I was not okay. And I don't understand how people did not see that was not okay. People that really saw that was not okay are people that have been with me my whole life, but they still didn't do enough. Which is okay, because it's hard to even help somebody that they have never experienced it themselves. But it's just like, just being there and talk to me that year could have helped. I'm not saying that I didn't have anybody. I did. I have, like, they talk to me sometimes, But it's just like I don't think people understood how bad it was. So bad. It was so bad. I wanted to say that one name. Um, it was just so bad. Like it was horrible. I'm not saying it as a pick me person. It was so bad. Like oh, I was just dealing with it, and I don't understand how a person can deal with something like that. It was just heavy. I understand why people didn't want to be around me, but I felt alone. You know, I still this like last year just still makes me want to cry. So I'm going to say goodbye now. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next video. I'm sorry for the podcast Friday not being posted, but I couldn't even post it. So we're gonna see y'all next podcast Friday, and I'm gonna post another video next week. It's Sunday today, so I'm gonna post another video next week. And yeah, be there for each other. I love you, beauties. Bye. I'm not going to do my real intro today.